it is a really useful hack to learn single, frequent words that you can just whip out and sound like a native. Olá pessoal, it has been a while since we have done a quick-fire Portuguese lesson, so I am here with you today with 10 easy phrases that will make you sound more like a native in your conversations. It's the kind of stuff you can use every day. They are super quick and easy to learn, but they will really elevate your Portuguese and make you sound so good. Helping you with your conversation skills in Portuguese is what this channel is all about. So if you're excited for this lesson today, give this video a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, make sure you are subscribed. I know that lots of you haven't done it yet, like half my audience, but it literally takes 2 seconds and it really helps my channel to get seen. So go do it now. So let's get down to business with phrase number 1. So phrase number 1 is não faz mal. Não faz mal. This means like, don't worry about it, or no worries. And this is so easy to use all the time. You can use it when someone is apologizing or when somebody bumps into you. If you have this one up your sleeve to just say, não faz mal, it will sound really good. So next time somebody says, ai, desculpe, give this one a go. Number 2 is esteja à vontade. All right, so this is a tricky one to translate, but my translation from it is like, make yourself at home, make yourself comfortable, okay? So for example, if you went into somebody's house and they said, esteja à vontade, they would be saying, make yourself at home, make yourself comfortable. Or for example, if you were in an Uber and the driver said, se quiser abrir a janela, esteja à vontade, okay? He means if you want to open the window, feel free. That's another kind of translation. So it's kind of like be at ease. It's super Portuguese. Number 3 is obrigada, eu. This is a really nice one to use when somebody thanks you, okay? And it's kind of like saying, no, thank you. All right, so when we say obrigado or obrigada, depending on our own gender, we are literally saying obliged, okay? So if I say obrigada eu, we know that eu is the personal pronoun meaning myself. I'm literally saying, no, I'm the one who is obliged, okay? Do you see how it works? So if somebody thanks me for something, and really I should be the one thanking them, I can say obrigada eu. All right, so if you were in a group of people and you wanted to thank the person on behalf of the group, you would swap out the eu, meaning myself, to nós, meaning us. So you could say, obrigada nós. So next time you're out at a restaurant with a group of people, or even just by yourself, you can give this one a try and I bet they will be super impressed. Number 4 is literally just one word and it's posso. Okay, this means may I. It comes from the verb poder, which is a little bit tricky to get your head around, but I did this video on it recently that was a bit more explanation of how to use that verb. But it's really great because if we just say posso, we don't have to know how to say the whole phrase of what it is that we want to do. For example, can I borrow this pen? Can I use this chair? We don't need to know all of that. We can literally just say posso and start doing the thing that we want to do, and it will indicate what it is that we are trying to do. So that is really, really easy to integrate into your everyday and it should be super helpful. You're welcome. So people may well answer that question with number 5. Number 5 is the word força, okay? Now this means go ahead. So if you had said posso to somebody, they might answer with força. Go ahead, yes you can, okay? It can be used in other contexts as well. It could also mean like go team if you were in a sporting context, but this is probably when you're going to hear it in everyday life, when somebody allows you to go ahead. So maybe you are in a queue in the supermarket and you're not sure if someone's waiting, so you can say posso and they'll say força, okay? So this is a really, really good word. I call these last two posso and força. They're examples of my one-word wonders. single words that you can learn that will really make a difference to your Portuguese and how you can communicate in everyday life. And I cover more of these in my free lesson for beginners. The link will be in the description to sign up for that. It's probably the best 60 minutes you will spend learning Portuguese. It is a really useful hack to learn single, frequent words that you can just whip out and sound like a native, so I do recommend it. Number 6 is e então. E então. This is a little bit hard to pronounce because we have that nasal sound, ow, at the end there, então, okay? And this one's a really difficult one to translate because it's kind of like one of those filler words that I've talked about a lot on this channel, the type of words that people just, throw in that don't really have much of a translation. But if we had to translate it, it would be something like, so then, or even we can translate it as, what's up? Okay, so this is a good way to actually greet somebody. You can, if you see somebody that you know on the street and you want to be like, so what's up? Or how are things going? What's going on? You can say, e então, so then, what's up? Number 7 is já percebi. Já percebi. This one is really nice. It means like, got it, or okay, I understand. So it comes from the verb perceber, meaning to understand. And the verb to understand confuses people quite a bit in Portuguese because we also have another verb, entender, which also means to understand. So what is the difference? You might find my confusing verbs lesson helpful for this type of thing. So the answer is that in Portugal we use perceber a lot more. And in Brazil, we use entender a lot more. So you've probably been taught how to say, I don't understand. In Portugal, we're most likely to say, não percebi. But in Brazil, we're likely to hear, não entendi, with that different pronunciation as well. So they mean the same thing, it's just more common to hear each in the different country. So if I want to say, okay, got it, I understand, I will say, já percebi in Portugal. In Brazil, I will probably say, entendi, or it will even be shortened to, entendi. Alright, so that is how to respond when someone's explaining something and you say, aha, I get it. Já percebi. Number 8 is a nice one that I use often, and it is tanto faz. Tanto faz. It's a little bit informal, but it kind of means like whichever, whatever. I don't really mind. So we usually use this when you are given a choice of something and you don't really have a preference. So for example, if I said, which beach do you want to go to today? And I don't really care. The answer can be tanto faz, whichever. Number 9 is claro que sim. Claro que sim. Again, a little bit difficult to pronounce because the k is a closed e, k, and at the end of sim, we need this nasal sound, sim. If you're struggling with pronunciation, I do have a free guide also in the description link that will help you with some of the most difficult sounds. So this one means, of course. So this is a really nice way to swap out saying sim all the time, which you'll probably do when you are a beginner. I actually did another video on that, why you should stop saying sim. And this will just mean, of course you can. So it's a little bit more of an elevated way of just replying than just sim. You can say, claro que sim, of course. And last but not least, number 10 is até já. This could not be more Portuguese, and it means literally see you later or see you very shortly. It does kind of imply that you will see the person very soon. So this is the kind of phrase you would use if you were going to just pop to the shops and be back soon, or you're going to go out on your lunch break and see that person later. It will be shortened probably to até já rather than the whole até já. This is also very common that the Portuguese will kind of swallow and reduce certain sounds. There is a reason for it, and I also have a video on that which you can check out here as well. It will be linked in the description. So there you have it, 10 quick and easy phrases that you can drop into your everyday conversation to make you sound much more like a native. Make sure you go back and practice the pronunciation that I was using because that is such a key way of being understood, and when you understand the sounds as well, you'll have a much easier time of understanding other people. I am here every week with lessons on European Portuguese, whether they're quickfire lessons, how-to with practical situations, or listening exercise. Let me know in the comments the type of thing that you want to see on this channel in the future, and I will do my best to make that happen for you. To make sure you never miss a thing, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you next week. Tchauzinho, pessoal!